Alright, I am back, and I do apologize for that. It's just real life stuff pops up every now and again and gets in the way. So I'm going to go in here actually. I want to test these new triggers that we just put in, and then we can get Railroad '08 started. Let's delete save game 8. Well, I got my header to work in windowed mode. I don't know if like the follows and stuff are going to pop up, or the bits, but we shall see. Alright, so first thing again, I'm going to do what I always do, is check the log to see if I messed anything up and we have a bunch of Lua errors before we even start. So I think we're good with that. So let's grab some cash. And let's grab some speed. Now we should have, where were we? This side of the map. I'll never get this straight. So we have Railroad Silo 07 and Apartment 07, which is perfect. So we have our apartment in, so we know our triggers are spawning in. So now we just need to make sure they work. So let's grab store delivery mod. And we'll grab the bus. I'll check the bus trigger first. Oh, there we go. Had it. There we go. Alright, so the bus trigger works. Should get an unload. There we go. Bus trigger is working. So we'll throw him there. Now we'll grab K100. And slide on tipper. Now we will grab fruit. Let's grab some oats. Those oats, is the texture messed up? No, they're oats. Okay. Let's grab our oats. There we go. So the truck trigger's working. Now is our out trigger working? Oops. All right, truck trigger's working. So let's empty the truck. Now this silo should be connected to our farm silo. And again, we're not worried about textures today. We're just trying to get triggers working. And I'm going to have to slide that down so it's a little bit lower to the ground. But anyway, so we have oats. Alright, so this trigger is tied into our railroad trigger. So let's throw you here. And let's grab our tanker. And let's grab, I don't care, a loaded diesel. No, I know what we forgot. I forgot lights. I think I forgot lights on the last two that we built today. Alright, so now I should be able to pick up my diesel. And so this trigger is working. So let's empty our trailer. And I'll make sure it's tied into our farm silo. I'll get lights done off camera. Because I forget lights like almost every time. So I'll get lights in. Give me something to do tonight. Alright, so now I should be able to, since it's tied to the railroad silo, and the railroad silo holds liquids. Yeah, so I can load my liquids and unload my liquids here. So that's tied together. So we know all the truck triggers work. Let me see if I can catch that monorail. Is this the one I wanted? No. This is the one. Where am I? No, wasn't this one. It wasn't this one. Where am I? We're definitely going to have to color coordinate these. We're definitely going to have to color coordinate. So we are working on the complete opposite side of, so we're going to have to take this all the way around. Complete opposite side of the map. Buddy 2612, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for taking time out of your day, stopping in and saying hello. I am working on new triggers for all the railroad silos. So I just finished putting in railroad silo number 7. And I need to get my 2 monorails over there, and I need to get 2 trains over there to test the triggers. So right now we're taking monorail 1 or monorail 3. I'm going to eventually get these numbered. But this is monorail 3, and I'm heading over to silo 7, which is the opposite side of the map that we're on. So I can head over there and finish testing triggers. Hail man, how are you today? And what types of crops are being added if you know? Dark 25 Demon, I am not adding any new crops to what's already in the map, because what's in the map we already have the extra fruits. So we already have sorghum, millet, rice, hemp, coffee, cranberry, hops, lavender, carrot, onion, poppy, mustard, peanut, tobacco, rye, and clover. And then in our greenhouses and our orchards we have like 13 more fruits and veggies on top of the crops that you actually harvest. What map is this one? This one is called Ritchie Valley, and I'll show you after I get the trains tested. There's a big mountain in the center of the map, surrounded by a valley, and then there's another mountain system that runs the outside perimeter of the entire map. So we're calling this one Ritchie Valley. 16x multi-fruit, and then it has the extra animals built in. So it has the dogs, the ducks, the donkeys, and the goats built into the map. And if I be nice to Winston, we can get calves. But my main focus today is getting some more of the railroad silos in and tested. I just got to get this monorail around, and I have to get the second monorail around, and I have to get 2 trains around so I can test the triggers. So bear with me a few minutes, I can give you a quick map tour of what's done so far. Now we're only about 10% into the build. So we're only on day 31 of the map build. So I've been working on railroad silos for the last 4 days. 4 or 5 days we've been putting railroad silos in. There's going to be 8 railroad silos on the map where you can transfer product from train to train. So I'm going to start slowing down. This should be railroad silo, it is 7, and apartment building 7. This map is going to be all place your own. The only thing built into this map is mining, slaughterhouse, and poultry house. Everything else you have to place your own. So I am on the first car behind the engine. and I need to open the cover. So I'm going to come up here, and I should get a signal to fill my workers. Uh-oh, oh, there we go, start filling. So I'm going to fill my workers. Oop. Let's try that again. All right, so I'm going to fill my workers. And then I can move my workers around by monorail around the map to the different apartment buildings. Because our factories are going to require workers. And you're going to have to move your workers around the map with either the bus or the monorail. Okay, so I know that this trigger works. I need to catch the second monorail, which is the north monorail. So where am I on the map? And I don't have them color coordinated or numbered quite yet. So I am on, okay, I'm on the north monorail, so this is the one I want. So bear with me a second until I get this one over so I can test these triggers. What type of dark? I'll show you what we have so far in the way of placeables. Now I don't have them all in this mods folder, but I have a lot of them in this mods folder. This is my test map, but we probably have at least 25 or 30 placeables already out, and we're probably there's like another 15 in the works. How do you donate? Go to our Trello board, and on the first column of the Trello board there's a link to my Patreon, and there's a link to PayPal Me. And if you type in !Facebook, you'll get our Facebook group. If you type in !maps, M-A-P-S, you'll get the Trello board. The Trello board is where all of my maps and mods links are posted. And then if you hit !donate, you will get PayPal Me. I don't have Patreon, the link to Patreon in Streamlabs yet. The mining is kind of sort of like Richie's Hollow. You have to take your boulders from the mine, and you have to take them to the crusher. Now, the mine and the crusher on this map are not next to each other. So you're going to have to drive your boulders a good distance to get from where they spawn to the crusher. Dixie's in the house. Dixie, if you could do me a big favor, !Facebook, !maps, M-A-P-S, and !donate. If you don't mind. If not, I can come in and get it. Alright, so I should be able to load. Did I open the cover? I did open the cover. Oh man, I'm going to have to adjust this trigger. Oh no, start filling. Hold on. Alright, so I can load workers into this one. So this triggers are working for the second monorail. Thanks, Dixie. Now if I pull up, okay, there we go. So I can load and unload. Alright, so both monorails and the bus are working. So now I just need to test, we need to test train 3, which is this one. But unfortunately, I think I'm on the wrong side of the map again. We are. So I need this train and I need train 1. Nikki Fizz is in the house. All right, so we're coming up on apartment number 6 and railroad silo number 6. These have already been tested. I need to get to the west side of the map. But today's mainly about getting the triggers in and tested. But we're still a long way. We're only about 10% done. Uh-oh, Dixie's been prepping. She's getting stuff done on the holo map, making space for the placeables that need to be built. Now, tomorrow morning I have a 10:30 obligation, so I will not stream in the morning. But I will be on as soon as I get my obligation finished. Hoping to be on by about 11:30 Central Time. So I really want to get these railroad silos finished. It's been this long, drawn out, like 4 or 5 day process now. I forget how long it takes to actually get the train around a 16x map to get it to the trigger you need. Oh crap, I should have started slowing down a half a mile back. Alright, I'm on the first tanker, and this silo has diesel in it. So I want to make sure that my train triggers are working. Because this is the silo we're just starting to build. Alright, cool, there we go, stop. Alright, so am I going to get my diesel in? Alright, so this first tanker is working, which means all the tankers are going to work, so it loads and it unloads. Alright, perfect. So let's go back to the open car. Make sure our bulk is working. Alright, there we go. And I forget what I put in here, oats. Alright, so perfect. So our other cars are working, and our other cars are dumping. Alright, so this train works. Now there's one more train I have to test. Don't mind the signals in the middle of nowhere. That's a project for another day. So now I need, which train do I need? I need the North Loop train. You are the North Loop train. Perfect. So let's bear with me till I drive this train all the way around. So anyway, this is we're going from Center Mountain across the valley to Outer Mountain. So this is why we're calling this map Ritchie Valley. Now, I can't zoom out any further, but if you look over there, behind that wooden fence are the mines, and the mines are down in a pit, and that's where your boulders are going to spawn. Now, over here to my left, once we get up here a little bit closer, is where the crusher is. The property that we're on now, after you buy it, you have to build it. So that's why you don't see anything inside the fenced area. Now, over here's the crusher. So you're going to have to drive the boulders from the mine over here to the crusher. So the mining in this map is similar but a little bit different. There's one crusher for all 6 boulders. So you grab your boulders from the mine and then drive them over to the crusher, but there's only one crusher that crushes out all of your products. So you get your nickel, your copper, your coal, ore, silt, sand, stone, gravel, and gold all out of one crusher. But as you can see, there's nothing but empty green grass that we haven't gotten to yet. So we're literally only like 10% into the build. Now, coming up into the next area here that's walled off, this is another area that you're going to have to build after you buy it. So that's why there's nothing on this property. And then again, the property right here to my left that's walled in is another piece of property that you're going to have to build after you buy it. So the ultimate goal is when we get to the end of the build, about 80% of the map, when you first start it, about 80% of the map you're going to have to build as you buy each piece of property. Now I know I have a beam over here in the middle of the track that I have to move. But I want to test this last set of train triggers. I'm going to start slowing down because I'm coming up on Railroad Silo 7 and Apartment Building 7. And which is the one we're currently building. So I just need to make sure this set of triggers work before I move on to Railroad Silo 8. And Railroad Silo 8 is going to be the last one we have to build. Alright, stop. I'm still going too fast. Alright, I'm going to have to back up a little bit. Let me get back to that first tank car. Alright, so there's our first tank car. I should be able to load and unload my diesel. Perfect. So that trigger's working. Let me go back to this first open car. Perfect. Stop. And I should be able to load oats. Perfect. So that's working. So all my, let me make sure I get to unload. There we go. So all of my trains, so this railroad silo is now working. So this railroad silo I can transfer from train to train or truck to train and train to truck. And then this railroad silo is connected to the farm silo that you see out here. The grain silo. So this is just a placeholder for now, but there'll be a whole big farm here and a farmyard. So this grain silo is connected to the railroad silo straight out there that we were just testing. So if I have a big, potato field here, I can dump them into storage here, and I can take them out by truck, or I can go over there and I can load them into the train. Now let me head over towards the shop. I don't have a lot of time, but I can give you a quick tour. Let me come over here. Let me grab my store delivery mod and move it over here. I'm going to grab another slide on tipper, and I'm going to grab another truck. Let me just get this hooked up a minute. And do I have cache in here? Yeah, I have cache in here. So if I come over to where the mines are, and the closest I can get right now is here. So let me come over and visit here a minute. And then let me run over here to the mines. Now in new farmer mode, you'll own the coal mine. The rest of the mines you'll have to purchase. So you start up the new map for the first time. You come over here. You try and get in the mines. And it's going to tell you to open up the mine. Go to Central Station, pick up 500,000 liters of wood chips, and deliver them here. When you start the game up, it's going to be preloaded with 500,000 liters of wood chips. So you're going to have to get your truck. You're going to have to come over to Central Station. And ignore a lot of what you see because it's unfinished. So come over to Central Station. Pick up 500,000 liters of wood chips. So this will be preloaded, but for now, just to make it easy, I'm going to grab a load of wood chips. And then you have to drive over to the mines. So there's 4 big bridges, one going north, south, east, and west. Now you only have to do this the first time, and then once you open the mines, it stays open. But you're going to have to bring 500,000 liters of wood chips to open it up the first time. So we bring these over here, and I dump them in. And then now this project's going to go active. Now this project's going to take 8 game hours to open the mines. So I'm going to go 2,000 speed. We're going to roll the night. The construction barrier's coming down. Let me roll back till it hits daylight. Now 8 game hours, and your mines are going to be open. You can get down into it. Let me get that guy out of the way. Let me grab my store delivery mod. So now you're going to need a tanker with some diesel. Grab your tanker. Bring a tanker over with some diesel before you drive down into the mines. So I'm going to just load this with some diesel for testing. Now I'm going to we own the coal mine. I'm going to buy the ore mine. I'm going to buy the rock mine. I'm going to buy the nickel mine. I'm going to buy the copper mine. And I'm going to buy the sandstone mine. So now we're going to come over here, and I'm going to drop 1 load of diesel, which is only 25 liters, into here, and it's going to fire up that mining machine. So I'm going to come down here. That one's coal, this one is ore. We're going to throw 25 liters into this one. And it's going to fire up that mine. And we're just going to work our way down to all the mines. So that'll fire that mine up. And we're going to fire this one up. And we'll come down here to the last one. Oh, there's two more. So let me drop off. Load here. That'll fire that one up. And then we'll come over here to the last one. And we'll fire this mine up. Now I'm going to go back up to 5 speed for a minute. It takes about 5 to 10 in-game minutes and a load of boulders will drop from the mine, from the milling machine. It'll drop 5 boulders and shut off. So the head's up there spinning, and then it's going to drop a load of boulders. And here's where we need the old sign from the Heinz commercials, singing anticipation. So there's your boulders, they're going to drop. Your milling machine's going to turn off. And your triggers are going to say it's full. You're not going to be able to drop 5 more boulders until you clear your triggers. So let me grab Store Delivery Mod again. And let me grab the Cat mining truck. So let's jump in here, turn auto load on, and we'll suck up the boulders. And I'm just going to leave him parked here a second. Now, if you want 5 more boulders, so they come over to the trigger, it's going to tell you that you're clear, there's nothing in there. So you just drop in another load of diesel and 5 more boulders will spawn. Now, I changed the liters, so each boulder's now, I think it's 10,000 liters per boulder. So there's 50,000 liters of sandstone. So you can now you can mix up your boulders now. So we're going to pick up all of our boulders. And you can put 2 loads of each boulder in here. So you can get 60 boulders in here. So you can drop 2 loads from each mine before you have to take them to the crusher. I'm not going to do a second set. So we have 30, so this will hold 60 boulders, we have 30. So now we have to head over to the crusher. And you're probably going to be playing with traffic off. So that's why I'm not too concerned with putting any more traffic splines in the map. Because this thing will take up the entire road. So no individual crushers. So everything gets crushed out of one building now. Slow down so I don't put this thing on its side. And I gotta watch I don't get whacked by the train because I don't have the train crossing signals in yet. So we come over to the crusher, and I don't think we bought it. So let me get over the train tracks. No, there we go. Let me get over the train tracks. Let me buy the crusher. So we come over here. It's now called the Crazy Crusher. So now that we own it, 1.6 million, you're going to have to earn it. So we come down in here, it's 3 levels. So we'll come over here, and the pit's a lot bigger. So let me come over here. And we throw them all in there. And let me get this guy out of the way. Put him here a minute. Now let me grab, again, just to make it easier for testing and showing you guys and gals what's going on. Let me grab another truck and tanker. So I can't save this save game anyway. So we're gonna grab, it needs water and diesel. So let's grab a load of, which one's coming up first? Diesel. So grab a load of diesel, and I can't remember if they're the same trigger or separate triggers. Diesel's over on this side. So they are separate triggers. So drop in a load of diesel. Let me empty that. Let me grab a load of water. Let me drive around to the other side. Throw in your water. Now it's going to fire up the crusher. So there's a over here. Oh, I'm stuck. There we go. So if you come over here, it's going to fire up. So we're making crushed coal, crushed ore, crushed copper, crushed nickel, crushed sand. We're making crushed gravel, silt, stone. Did I forget gold? Oh my goodness, I forgot gold. Oh, we're making gold. Okay. So we are making gold, and you're making a little bit of clean fill. So I'm going to forward time a little bit. So you're going to get, over on this level, you're going to get your crushed coal. You're going to get your crushed ore. And then under here, you're going to pick up your clean fill and your gold. And then on the top of the hill, you have your crushed nickel and your crushed copper. And then on the bottom of the hill, kind of South Central worn out buildings, red dirt roads, think Banana Republic. So we have our crushed silt. You have your crushed sand. You have your crushed gravel and your crushed stone. So everything is out of the one crusher now. Got to learn how to do that through starting out with the 2x map. That's just farm. Yeah, start off simple before you get into a lot of heavy global company functions. So that is how the mines work and your crushers work on this map. I'm not going to get into a lot of the other buildables today because I want to start getting in. I want to start getting Railroad Silo 8 in. Alright, so that, let me just check the log real quick and make sure nothing weird popped in. Oh, we have a Lua error. Why do I have a Lua error? Unknown entry ID. That's the first time this Lua error popped in. Something with the trailer. Something with the liquid trailer. It needs a visibility for something. Yeah, because all the coal rocks, all the pallets spawned in fine. All the crushed product came in fine. There's a fill plane error with the trailer. So I'll look into that. But that's definitely not a map error, that's a vehicle. This is a vehicle error. So that I'll work on. But anyway, Railroad Silo 7 over here, we're going to call working not finished. What I want to start working on is Railroad Silo 8. And I want to get it in and all the triggers working for Railroad Silo 8. And that's going to be the last Railroad Silo that we're messing with. And I want it about center of the map north. And let's probably going to come straight up from the bridge coming out of Central Mountain. So somewhere probably in here, because we have one railroad silo there for the North Loop train. And we have one railroad silo right there for the North Loop train. But we don't have any railroad silo for the train 3. So I think we're going to take this T out. We're going to bring a road straight back. And somewhere back in here we're going to have another railroad silo. I just got to figure out where I want to loop my road back out. I can bring it in, come down this way and loop it down to that road. Or I can bring it back, loop it around and bring it back to this road. So let me come over here and let me grab a couple of things. And we're going to start getting the roads in for Railroad Silo 8. So I'm going to grab this X junction and I'm going to duplicate it and we're going to slide it over to where we're working. And I know we won't get this finished today, but hopefully we can get Railroad Silo 8 in tomorrow. We'll finish it up tomorrow, and that's all these railroad silos have been killing me. It's been like just turned into this 4 or 5 day project now. So we are going to take this T, and this T is going to get deleted. We're going to take this X junction, and we're going to slide this X junction in, but I want it this way. And then we'll have a couple road sections to fix. So that'll be in place. That'll line up. That'll line up. This one I am going to just slide back and make it a little bit longer so it meets up with to close that gap. Just like that. And now I'm going to take this same road section and we're going to flip it around that way. We're going to flip it to 0. And we're going to continue this road back. Let me get rid of some grass. Let me make sure I'm on grass. Nope, we're on terrain detail. Let me go to grass. Let's get rid of some grass. Going straight back. So we're going to bring this road back and we're going to loop it around somewhere. Not quite sure where yet, but we're going to loop it around somewhere. But it's going to make it multiplayer friendly, and it's going to give you more options than single player on where you want to start your game at. Now, we're definitely going to cross the tracks before we make our turn. Now I should have kept that T, and I probably could have reused it. Now, a full section is going to be too long, so let me find a half section. Let me slide this half section over. Because when I put my curve in or my T in, it's going to be back too far. So let me put a half a section in here. Now we have two choices. I could put a T here, and we can head east and west and loop it around, or I can just loop it over in one direction. I'm seriously thinking about looping it around in both directions. But that's going to be a little bit of... Alright, I think we're going to do it. So we're going to spend... I've got about another half an hour before I have to get out of here for the night. So we're going to spend the rest of the time working on roads. We're not even going to get to Railroad Silo 08 tonight. We'll pick it up at Railroad Silo 08 tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this junction, I'm going to slide it down here. So I think we're going to add some roads to this north side of the map. And then, which means we're going to have to mess with uprights and all kind of other stuff. So for now, I want to take this T, and I'm not going to delete it this time. I'm going to slide it out. I want to take this X, and we're going to slide it in its place. So it's going to line up on both sides. Now I'm just going to need to make this one section a little bit longer to fill in the gap. So that fills in that gap. And then I'm going to take this T for now, and I'm just going to slide it out of my way. We're going to take, I need a full section, so I need a complete section. I want 100. There we go. So we'll take this guy and duplicate him. He's going to go that way. And we're going to continue back this way. And we'll run him back. Now I'm going to take this T with me for now. And that T is going to go over here. So let me get it in place. Now we're going to tee off in this direction, both ways. So for now, I'm going to get rid of a little bit more grass. And we're going to go down this way. Now, I don't know if I have enough room for a curve, so I want to take a full section, and I want to, before I spend an hour putting roads in, and it's not going to work. For now, I'm going to go, let's line you up here. For a minute. Alright, so you're going to be lined up there, so I want to slide you straight down because that's where this road is going to run. And I want to make sure I have enough room to put in my 90-degree turn. So you're going to end up about there. Yeah, I think we're going to have enough room to put our turn in. So let's bring this guy straight back. Wheels, yeah, I'm going to take advantage of it while I can, because tomorrow morning I have a 10:30 appointment, so I'm not going to be able to stream in the morning. So I'm not going to be able to stream till after lunch tomorrow. So I'm trying to get as much done as I can before I have to get out of here for dinner, which is about another half an hour. But we're putting the roads in now for the last railroad silo. And then let me grab one of the turns. You're 100 meter, you're going to be too big. Let me grab the 30-meter curve. And I'll create you're all the way across the map. So let me grab a 30-meter, and we'll get it slid back here to where we're working. Now I'm going to line it up with this one because we know this one's perfectly lined up with going in this direction. So we know it's lined up perfectly in this direction. It's the direction coming back that we need to work with. So we take our half a track or half a road section and we bring it back. And we get it in place. Like so. And now we can line up this turn, and I can make it a little bit short. I can make the previous piece just a little bit shorter. So this section now goes just a little bit shorter. To meet up with that one. And then this one, I'm just going to leave that piece sit here for now. We'll work our way back towards it. I just want to make sure everything's going to line up. Actually, no, we'll spin it. We'll work our way back. Work our way back to the T. We know we're lined up, but I don't like working my roads in this direction, so let me spin it. Oh, you're not the whole thing. Hold on. You, I want my whole road section. You, I want to spin in this direction. And we're going to start working our way back towards the T. And we're going to have to erase a lot of grass as we go. But yeah, I really can't wait to get these railroad silos done. I thought it was going to be a simple 2-day project, and it's turning into a 7-day project. And get rid of some more grass. But it wouldn't be fun if it was easy. I like the challenge. I don't mind adding a couple days to the build when I know it's going to make the map that much better. So erase our grass going back. And by breaking up this section of map with some roads, we'll be able to get some smaller fields up here that'll be a little bit more affordable early game than some just massive fields. You know, when I get out of here for dinner, I'm just going to shut down for the night. Because by the time we're going to have another late dinner tonight, probably won't be till about 6:30 or 7. And then by the time dinner's over, we get cleaned up. I'm going to lay in bed and watch Station 19 in Grey's Anatomy. Now I can't move the T, and a full road section is going to be too big, so let me grab another half section from here. I'll bring this half section back, and then when we line it up, it should line up perfectly with this T, except it's going to have to be made a little bit longer. So we're going to have to go a little bit longer. And now we can grab another full section, and we can continue working our way down. So I decided to go big or go home on this side of the map. So we're going to take this section down. So let's get prepped for where we're going. But it's definitely going to be better in the long run. Alright, so we're going to grab this X junction, we're going to come down here with it now to where our road goes down the mountain by our crusher. And then I have another idea of what I'm going to try. Since we're putting this whole extra road in, it gives me an idea. So we're going to take this T. This T junction is now going to get deleted. We're going to take our X junction and we're going to get it into place here. And then the only thing we have to do is we have to take this section, make it a hair longer, and then I'm going to take that section, I'm going to duplicate it. It's going to come back here, but it's going to go back to 1, just its original length. And then we're going to come straight back, and then it's going to loop, our other road's going to loop around and meet up with this one. And then after I get this road in, the first thing tomorrow we're going to have to get the electrical system in. Unless it's one of those nights again where I can't sleep and I'm up at 3:30 in the morning, then I'll work on the electrical system. And we'll have an upright for the monorail to move, but that's no big deal. So let's work our way back down to that road section. So I'm going to grab this guy, and we're going to continue down this way. I know, Wheels. Dixie's going, come on, man, I want to stream. You're hogging up all the airtime. Yeah, unfortunately it's a lot of zooming in, zooming out, but we'll get there. Now, my luck, I'll keep going and I'll miss my junction and we'll end up at the end of the map. And then when we get the last railroad section, the last railroad silo in and functioning, I'm going to take a break on heavy XML work for a day. You know, we're going to work on some fun stuff for the top of the mountain just to get some more of the top of the mountain done. So I'll clean up my one folder in the map, and I'll import in some stuff that I want to use to build the next section on the top of the mountain with. So after we get the roads in, we're going to have to spend, it's going to take us at least another hour or two to get the power grid in. Yeah, we're getting there. Before I go any further, let's grab our 90-degree turn and try and get it where I can slide it down here. Oh, come on. So we'll slide you down, you'll get turned this way. And we'll get you lined up this direction first. Yeah, you look right on. And then we'll slide you down. And we'll have to get it lined up in that direction. So I think I can fit, let's bring in a full section. Yeah, we'll just have to make a small adjustment to it. So a full section here is going to get us really close to where our curve is going to be. And then let me find a half section. So I'm going to grab a half section. And let's bring that down. And we'll get it turned. And we'll get it lined up. And I'm not worried about that upright being in the road yet, quite yet. Alright, now we can get our curve lined up in this direction. And then we take this guy and we make him a little bit shorter. And then we take this guy. Why does that curve not look straight? Alright, it's at 0, 0, 0. We take this guy and we make him just a little bit longer. And then we have our new road loop in. Now, before I go any further, let's get, alright, so this upright here, this support has to get slid over this way a little bit. And that's going to throw our spacing off. So we take this support and we slide him down a little bit. Then we take this support and we slide him down a little bit, and that makes our spacing look where it needs to be. So this is going to be our new road loop. Still have the electrical system to put in. But it looks pretty good. Now, do we have an upright in the road over here? No, this one's good. Do we have an upright in the road down here? It's not bad, but I want to push it out a little bit further. So we're just going to slide you over a little bit more. There we go. So that's going to be our new road section. So let's grab this guy. And we'll bring one over here. And then slide one back here. And then we might as well work our way down. Get this guy in. So get this guy in. Now, let's grab, got about another 10 minutes before I need to get out of here. So I'm going to start messing around with the electrical system. And we'll pick it up with that tomorrow because I'm not going to work on the map at all tonight. So we are going to grab, oh perfect, I'm going to grab this guy. And which direction do you go? You go that way. So you're now going to go this way. Right about there for now. And then you're going to come back. And where about do your wires end? Right about there. So I'm going to bring you up a little bit. And then it's going to get spun to 0, so it's going straight back. And I want it about that far from the road. And then we take the street light, and it has to get spun that way. And then we take this guy, and then we come over here. take my speed down a little bit. So I take this guy and we spin it into place. And then we make it a little bit shorter. So that ties it in there. And I come back here and I get rid of a couple extra pieces. I can get rid of the extra street light, which we don't need. And then there's an extra pole I don't need. I just want to cross the conductors on the top. And it takes, now we take this one. It should be perfectly lined up. Let's check my length. Perfect length. Now we start bringing this one back and around. In some directions it's hard to see the wire, so I'll spin my camera around. But yeah, I'm going to get ready to get out of here in about 5 minutes. Appreciate everybody stopping in, saying hello. Appreciate the new follows. Very much appreciated. Had bits earlier, which was awesome. I think I got my Streamlabs fixed where the bits and the follows now will come up on the screen. It's probably still not perfect, but I think it's actually working now. So that's one step in the correct direction. Now where are you going to fall? You're going to fall right on the railroad tracks. You are going to fall. So I'm going to pull you back. Where are you? Now we're going to push you forward a little bit and I'll stretch that one out. Yeah, I'm going to pull it forward a little bit. Now I'm going to take, now the million-dollar question is, do we want to stay on the outside or do we want to switch over to the inside and run along the inside? I think I'm going to stay on the outside. So we take you and we push you back in this direction. And then we take, let's go about here. And then we'll come back to about here. And I'll go right about as close to the edge of the road as I want. And then we'll spin it that way, go to 90, make it square with the world. And then we'll get this next one in place, we'll come back and fix that turn. So this one will go right about there. Now we got to come back here, and now a couple things we got to do. The extra set of wires going in that direction, we delete. The extra light pole, I delete. So now I just have my cross pieces, and I think this pole is an extra, so I can delete that one. So I can get rid of all the extra pieces I don't need. So we go to the previous one, and we have to take that one, we have to make it a little bit longer. So they meet up with these conductors. And then we come back to this one, and it's a double as well. So we can take out the street light, I can take out the pole, and I can take out not that set of wires. I can take out that set of wires. So now this piece has no extra pieces except for the crossbar on top. And then we go to the previous one. And we just have to make that one a little bit longer as well. So it touches our conductors. Now that's going to fix us going around the turn. So that one is fixed. This one's fixed. We go around the turn. This one's fixed, and now we're going down in that direction. And that's where I'm going to leave it tonight. I'm going to do a save. I'm going to throw y'all on ending soon. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate the bits. Appreciate the follows. Appreciate y'all talking to me in chat. No early stream tomorrow. Won't be on until after lunch tomorrow. So I'm just waiting for my map to save so I can close it and get out of here. And tomorrow we'll put the rest of the electrical system in, unless I can't sleep and finish it. But I really want to get these darn railroad silos wrapped up tomorrow. So y'all have a good night, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Nicky Fizz, thanks old man. Yeah, I'll catch y'all tomorrow.